And I recognize the gentleman from Mississippi.
My guess is no.
Mr. Kelly.
It's unfortunate that this committee, which has always been bipartisan, this is a Ways and Means tariffs and those things, but I'm going to address some. Is being a weak and feckless leader, does that make you more respected by your allies and partners? And I don't expect an answer, but I can tell you we lived through 4 years of a weak and feckless and non-existent leader. And I'm trying to remember whether or not Russia invaded Ukraine under President Trump or whether he invaded under a weak and feckless Biden. I'm trying to remember over the last 4 years whether China has become more aggressive or less aggressive, and I know for a fact that they've become more aggressive because weakness invites bullies to attack. I'll talk about tariffs just a little bit. Is appeasement giving everyone everything that they want at your expense? That is not a partnership. That is not a partnership. I'm reminded in 2017 when President Trump said NATO needs to pay their 2% fair share. And I remember the same kind of reactions across the aisle. Oh my God, how dare we ask our allies? They're gonna hate us, they're gonna get away. But if you look back now, they have increased their ability to defend themselves and to help us defend them in NATO. I will tell you that tariffs being taken advantage of is not how we become strong leaders in the community. Giving your kids everything they want is not good parenting. It is not about likability, it is about respect. And so with that said, Admiral Papara, in the Indo-Pacific is arguably the most consequential theater of this century, specifically as it pertains to fuel, both in the air and on the sea. Are there gaps, are there things that we can do as far as air and sea in fuel delivery?
Yes, sir. There are gaps in defense fueling support points. Those are those locations where aircraft and or ships would load fuel and distribute fuel. There are shortfalls in our tanker fleet in keeping enough fuel in the case of a contingency, and there are gaps in the combat logistics force in order to sustain the force. And I'd like to work with the committee to identify those gaps.
And Admiral Paparo, we've talked about USAID, but another strength that we have is our state partnership program where our National Guards partner with allies and partners. In the Indo-Pacific, are there any of those that are valuable, or are there places where we need new ones?
Every one is highly valuable, sir, and indispensable to our capability. They build long-lasting relationships and the continuity of the training that we execute. I will tell you, there are no gaps partner to partner because of the just because of the good faith of the state partners and the good faith of the National Guard Bureau that assigns those. But there's always room for improvement everywhere because we can never be satisfied with good enough. We must also always strive for excellence.
And I want to address just a little bit because I also sit on the House Select Committee on Intelligence, and the signal chat, while ill-advised, and I'll be the first to say that, there's no indication that any classified real-time information about strikes that are not specific in the location, that would not be top secret information, would it? If it doesn't disclose location, time, systems, that would not be top secret unless it disclosed beforehand sources or methods or direct specific things that could be used. Is that correct to Admiral Paparo and General Brunson?
Agreed, sir.
Yes, sir.
And Mr. No, you've had a lot of hard questions, and I hate to put y'all, listen, y'all are the Secretary, y'all work for the Department of Defense, not the Department of Commerce or for the Ways and Means Committee and tariffs. But I want to ask you, relationships, Mr. No, when we're looking for strength of partnerships and alliances, are we looking at someone who just takes everything we give them and gets mad when we want something back? Or are we looking for mutually beneficial relationships with nations where we both can be more successful?
Absolutely mutually beneficial relationships, Congressman.
And do you agree under the Trump administration, the last time and this time also, that he is striving to build relationships that are duly help both sides, not just one side of the equation, their side.
Absolutely, Congressman.
Okay, with that, I yield back, Mr. Chairman.